Yo, what's going on, guys? CultOfMush back at it with another video. I've been making some negative videos over the last few days, obviously with the DX12 stuff and AMD and Nvidia going back and forth. So I thought, hey, let's make a positive video. And in this video, I want to talk about why I'm a PC gamer. I'd love to hear why you guys are PC gamers or looking to get into PC gaming, because I've heard a lot of things over the year. Obviously, the performance, the frame rate, the deals. There's a lot of different reasons why someone would want to become a PC gamer. And the growth of PC gaming is real. I mean, you could see it everywhere. I easily see it in my view count, my subscriber count. Every day it just seems like my videos are getting more and more views than the day before, and my subscriber count is going up, and I'm getting a lot of messages on people always asking me questions, and it's hard to reply to everybody, but it's cool to see that the interest in PC gaming is so high in 2015. And part of that reason is probably because how underwhelming the next generation consoles have been, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One namely. Honestly, in my opinion, I have a PlayStation 4, and I haven't seen any true must-have titles outside of Bloodborne. Bloodborne is the one game that I really enjoyed. That was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and I was like, man, that's a console seller. But for a lot of people, they're kind of burned out of those Demon Souls and Dark Souls games. Yeah, Bloodborne was good, but it just seems like FromSoft has been milking the hell out of those games, and now we're getting Dark Souls 3, which I don't even want to get into. Yeah, the games are good every year, but it just seems like, man, this game series is getting milked to death. And on Xbox One, there really hasn't been anything. There's been some good games like Sunset Overdrive and Forza, but Forza is another game that they've just milked to no end. And it just seems like the next generation consoles, not only from a hardware standpoint, but from a software standpoint as well, have been utterly disappointing. And I think that's a main reason why a lot of people are moving over to PC gaming. They just look at the PS4 and the Xbox One and they're like, man, it's the same shit over and over again, and the hardware just is not impressive. Now, that's pretty much how I got into PC gaming. I'll give you guys a story here. I got into PC gaming at the tail end of the last generation, so the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Game performance was just in the fucking toilet. And at that point, I was only around 15 years old, so I really didn't get frame rate, but I could understand the fact that these games are just playing like shit. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim on PS3, honestly, that game was so terrible on PS3, and I was just like, what the fuck? But the real reason that put me over the edge and got me into PC gaming was the winter of 2011. I had an old shitty laptop, and I was like, man, I kind of want to try out this Team Fortress 2 game. I heard about it, so I was on this Steam platform. Never have heard of it. I was like, alright, I'll download Steam. And then I downloaded it, and I opened up the store, and I'm just like, holy shit, there's this big sale going on. And obviously, now I'm more accustomed to it. It was the Steam winter sale. All of you guys probably know about it. Steam slashes the prices on a lot of games. And at that point, you guys have to understand, I was 15 years old, and seeing AAA games on sale for $5, I was just like, what the fuck? I was so accustomed to dropping $60 on a game. Yeah, I would buy a used game here and there, but I would still pay like $25 to $30, and seeing all these games for $5 to $10, I was just like, what the fuck is this black magic? And at that point, I was like, holy shit, I need to become a PC gamer. It wasn't really because of the performance, although I had that in the back of my mind. I was like, alright, I'm probably gonna get better performance on PC. And I knew about graphics and mods and all those kinds of things, but 15-year-old me was just like, holy shit, these deals are too good. I just remember seeing new releases for $10, $15, and I was just like, what is this black magic? And at that point, that's when I really started getting into PC gaming. And when I actually got my PC, what happened was I had a desktop with like a Core i3 and 8 gigs of RAM, so I bought like a really cheap graphics card. I think it was the Radeon HD 6670, and I was playing games at 720p. Obviously, it wasn't super high-end, but over time, my PC has evolved. I eventually got like a 660 Ti, then I eventually got this GTX 970, and I've never really looked back since. The one thing I did really like about consoles, and you guys might think I'm crazy for this, was I was a big fan of JRPGs. Yeah, that weeb shit. I always loved Japanese RPG games, and they never really had a place on PC. Until recently, we are getting Tales of Zestiria on PC, a lot of the Final Fantasy games are coming on Steam, and just a lot of Japanese games in general, like the Naruto games and the Dragon Ball Z games, so that's pretty cool to see. But another killer factor that kind of just buried console gaming for me was that over the last few years, honestly, JRPGs have been pretty shitty. They aren't as good as probably the golden eras of the PS2 games and the PS1 games, so when I found out about emulators, that completely killed my interest in the consoles, because honestly, nowadays, and this goes for all games, not just JRPGs, I just don't get interested in a lot of games. So the fact that I can go back and play some of the best PS2 games like Dot Hack and Final Fantasy X, and I don't have to keep rebuying the game in these HD remakes. I could just bump up the internal resolution on the emulator. That was like a killer factor for me. I know most of you guys probably don't give a shit about emulators, but for me, emulators are one of the best things on PC. And everybody always talks about how consoles are so streamlined. In my opinion, PC is the most streamlined platform since I have all the games I want. I have all the games on Steam, which is thousands upon thousands of games. Then I have all the games on my emulator emulators, which is probably over 10,000 games. So I have all these games on one box. On the PlayStation 4, all I'm playing is PS4 games. I still gotta haul out my PS3 to play PS3 games. If I want to play the PS2 games I own, I gotta get my PS2 out. I just can't be doing that in my small ass room that I have. So on PC, everything is just so compact in my opinion. Yeah, the tower is bigger than the PlayStation 4, but it's so much more easier just to switch between all these different games. It's so easy to go on Steam, start that game, then go on my PCSX2 emulator, play that game, and it just makes for such a streamlined opinion, which is honestly my favorite part about PC gaming is that year after year, I get to keep all these great games that I've invested my money into. Whereas in console gaming, I'm not pulling out my PS3 anytime soon. I'm not bringing out the PS2 anytime soon. So all I really would have to play is my PS4 games. I don't have room for all these different consoles to keep them all out at the same time. And obviously, I still love things like the deals, the mods in games like Skyrim, the graphics, of course, now that I do have a beefier rig than I once had. With my GTX 970, I'm playing games, you know, at 1440p, 1080p, getting 60 frames per second, which a lot of games on console, look at The Witcher 3. That game on PS4, I swear to God, that game dips below 20 frames per second and it's near unplayable. So it's just a bunch of things for me that have kept me on PC. I just love the streamlined experience. I love the performance. I love the graphics, the mods, everything like that. Free online, that's great too. But the main thing for me is the streamlined experience. The fact that I have all my games on one box. That's why I love PC. And honestly, that's probably a dumb reason for a lot of you guys, but just think, I like to play a lot of older games, and nowadays, am I really gonna pull out a PS2 next to my PS4, next to my PS3? I just don't want to do that. I don't have the room to do that. And just lugging around all those old PS2 games, I mean, I still have them in boxes in my garage, but it's like, do I really want to pull them out and then, you know, risk the chance that they probably don't work and all that kind of garbage? So that's why I'm a PC gamer. There's a lot of reasons, but that's probably the main reason. The streamlined experience, just absolutely love that. And like I said in the beginning of the video, comment down below with your thoughts. I know most of you guys are probably gonna say 1080p, 60 FPS, the great graphics, or just a collection of a lot of things, but I'd love to know why you guys are deciding to get into PC gaming, why you guys are PC gamers. Let me know in the comment section down below. Is it the games? Is it the exclusives? Is it the performance? Just let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, leave it in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.